Hey everybody, I wanted to drop in with a quick video. I've finished grading your discussion threads from week one. I try to get that out to you as quick as possible because I know we're already coming up on the deadline for the initial post for week two. So it's always good to get that feedback to have an idea what I'm looking for. So across the board, I felt like this was a really good effort for week one. A couple of things to keep in mind. Always be sure that initial post is in a Word document that is in APA format. So again, that needs to include some elements. Okay, so it needs to have a title page. It needs to have level one headers. Level two headers are obviously used in APA, but for the initial discussion thread, I'm not asking you to write enough that warrants those level two headers, so don't worry about that. Be sure you have those in-text citations. Probably the most common issue I noticed in the initial postings in week one was several people had reference pages that weren't formatted correctly, so again, there's some resources in the class on that, but if you have any questions or you need more detail, don't hesitate to drop me a note. I'm always happy to weigh in. It's especially important because I hate to see people lose points for the same thing week after week. So if you're at all unclear, drop me a note. I'm always happy to give you a little more guidance on that, okay? Couple other things. Keep in mind, I grade very generously in week one because you're still getting the groove for how I do things, coming up to speed on the content. Totally understand all that. But keep in mind a couple of things. Number one, a topic such as this, be very mindful of the date of your sources. Okay, so if you have a source that is more than 10 years old with a topic like this, it's out of date. Okay, so focus on sources within the last 10 years roughly. Okay. Number two, the requirement of two peer replies. Keep in mind that is the minimum expectation. Okay, so moving forward, you're not going to earn maximum credit for minimum effort. Okay, so if you make that initial post by Wednesday, you pop in, you reply to two peers. That's not going to get you the full credit. Okay, so think about ways you can be more engaged and connect with your peers on those peer replies. And you've also noticed that in week one, I'll continue this in future weeks. I drop into the discussion and I raise questions to you guys. Those are not optional. You need to, if I raise a question to you about your discussion, you need to respond to it. Now, that said, I'm going to be respectful of your time. I'm not going to drop in Sunday night and hit you with that and then penalize you. It'll be up by Thursday, Friday at the latest, so that gives you some time over the weekend to reply. Okay. Also, keep in mind it's stated in the syllabus that your peer replies should come in with at least, I think the syllabus is 5 to 6 hours before the due date on Sunday. Okay, so what we're getting at there is, if you get your initial post up by Wednesday, then you drop back in Sunday night at 10:30, Central Time, and throw in two quick peer replies, that's not going to get you full credit. Why? Because most of us have already finished for the week and we're not going to see your content. So keep in mind our goal is to try and emulate what happens in the in the face-to-face classroom. So you wouldn't sit in a lecture for an hour, wait until the last minute, raise your hand and say, well, I was thinking, have you thought about this perspective, this, and this? The bell rings, you get up and leave. That doesn't work, okay? So keep that in mind. So looking forward to see what you come up with this week. And again, I'm here if you have any questions, and have a great week.